Hello, my name is Shannon Rupert, and today we will be going over how to ground yourself. And the following is a group of effective exercises and techniques that will help you be in your body and maintain balance throughout your day. In this module, you will learn ways to ground yourself emotionally, mentally, and physically through easy exercises and meditation. So what is grounding? Well, on a physical level, it's an excess of ions. Grounding is an excess of grounded is necessary whenever we have excess ions that are built up on our systems, on our body, and our being. We've all because of things like rubber shoes and that are not connected to the earth, and how that's what fluorescent lighting happens to cells whenever we age. F-sharp frequency, which actually is the most destructive frequency that you can have. They actually in music, that's the one frequency that they don't play, or ideally that they don't play because it is so chaotic to our system and to our brain waves. It is electromagnetic frequencies from wireless routers, bar lines going through spaces, metal and surfaces, because metal is a conductor and we are energetic, so you have anything that's a conductor around our own energy system and it can throw us off. Radiation from the sun, from the earth, from radioactive devices, even microwaves, carpets, television, geopathic stress, and many, many other things. It is caused by imbalanced emotion like anger, frustration, sadness, not enough water or salt, so we're not able to really have our energy be balanced, and when we're unbalanced, we're ungrounded. An imbalance of letting go or not letting go of energy or emotions or feelings. So on a physical level, when we have this stress, we have a buildup of ions that need to be grounded on the negative charge of the earth to reduce levels of oxidizing agents. These ions are oxidizing in our system and therefore can cause aging, can cause the precursors to cancer, to autoimmune issues, to many different things that, you know, you don't want to have going on in your system, basically. So to be able to help ground you, clearing some of those things out of your environment and out of your being is really very important. And what will happen whenever you do this? What are the benefits of grounding? Well, physically, you'll have increased energy. And you'll be in your body more so you can notice things as they arise. I'm sure we've all heard about being present. Being present is so important. You are able to bring all of you to the game, to the board, and to be able to really think and act clearly in the most beneficial way possible. You know, whenever you're in your head, you miss things, things can go wrong, but if you're truly present, things tend to go way more with ease, and you're able to show up and respond to things as opposed to react to things. Emotionally, you'll have emotional balance. You'll have a sense of stability in your life. You'll feel safe and secure. You'll feel connected to the earth, environment, and others. And whenever that happens, we don't feel this level of separation, so we can really empathize with people. We can have compassion. We can connect, and we cannot feel alone. And we can help others as they help us. So we can receive and we can give. And mentally, there will be clarity of thought. And you won't be heady. You won't be all over the place. You will just be right there. And that monkey mind that we have all heard of and experienced won't be there. Ideally, that's the deepest level of grounding. So grounding is associated with the base chakra. The base chakra is at the base of your pelvis. It has to do with your kidneys and bladder, as well as your adrenals, your adrenal cortex and medulla. And in esoteric learning, it has to do with your fear points and shock points. So that being said, it governs also the spinal cord, the bones, the ligaments, the joints, and the muscles. So you can kind of tell whenever you aren't grounded if any of these are imbalanced. If you don't feel like your back's feeling very good, or if your bones are aching, or if your joints are tight, or if your muscles are stiff, or if maybe you've had a shock and you kind of don't feel like you can't feel your feet, you can't feel your knees, you don't really feel in your body. And when this happens, you will potentially have some lower back pain. As you can see on that picture, your kidneys are actually a lot higher up than a lot of people think. So if your back's hurting at all, your kidneys might be imbalanced, your base chakra might be imbalanced. You might have some anxiety. You might have a crashing experience after eating. You eat and then 20 minutes later you're exhausted and you need a nap. You're constantly thirsty. You're lightheaded. You're incessantly thinking. You're irritable. You're fearful. You could be constipated or have diarrhea. And then worry. Those are a lot of symptoms, I know, but the base chakra is so important to keep balanced, and esoterically it balances out with your head as well. So if you're in your head, that means you're not rooted, probably. So you want to be able to be both places at once. So that being said, here is a great meditation to start to get you in both places at once so that you can be clear and balanced and operating at your peak performance. So I want you to find yourself in a very calm place, ideally. Quiet is obviously more ideal, but sometimes you don't always get a quiet space, so do whatever, works best for you. Close your eyes and have a seat. Have a seat and then close your eyes, probably safer. And put your feet on the floor if you can. Just want you to start to feel the bottom of your feet. Feel the texture, feel what they're on, feel what they're sitting on. Is it a rug? It's a flat surface. Feel all the pores on your feet touching the ground. Now, imagine that there are two balls in the center of your feet. Maybe red balls, since the root chakra is red. And see and feel them rotating. And the biggest key here is feeling. So, because visualizing can put you in your head, but sometimes it's easier to visualize. Some people are more visualizers. Feel them rotating. Fantastic. And now move up through your shins, keeping those balls there, keeping them rotating. You're in the center of your leg, going up through your knees, going up through the top of your legs, into your hips. Great. And we're going to sit right in your hips. Feel the bowl of your pelvis. Sink into that. Further back, a lot of us sit in the front of our body, which can be, looking towards the future or just not being in the body. A lot of times the front of the body is associated with giving, and the back of the body is associated with receiving, and also can be in the past as well. So kind of move to the center back, and let's put another set of balls, both hips, so that they're balanced in the hip joints, and feel and see them rotating. And then check in on the feet ones, make sure they're rotating. Cool. Now move up through your torso. Imagine you jump into your spinal column and you're swimming through the fluid all the way at the back of your back, behind all your thoughts and all of your busyness, just into that empty space. Now go up to your heart. Now we're going to put another red ball that's spinning right in the center of your chest. Kind of right across, if you were to draw a line from your armpits into the center of your chest. Have it sit there. Great. Feel as it's turning how warm it is, how alive it is. It's pulsing with energy. Great. Now move up through that spinal column, through your neck, into the center of your head. This is where we're going to put the last ball. Imagine you could go right into the center of your head, if you were to draw a line between your ears, right there, and see another ball rotating. Great. Now check in with the balls in your feet, in your hips, in your chest, and in your head. Feel all of them rotating at once. Feel all of them sinking into the same speed and same rotation. And feel them pulsing with the same energy, a glowing, beautiful red energy that is super relaxing and calming. Great. And now imagine a line of energy that connects them all. They're all spinning, and this line of energy goes from their feet to your hips, up to your chest, and to your head, and then goes back down. It's just this energy pathway that connects everything, all happening at once. If that's too much, don't do it. Just focus on the rotating balls. That's kind of like the last step of this energy flow and circuit and connection. And feel how when you're focusing on all those at the same time and you're kind of breathing with the pulse, breathing with the energy of them, you can't think. Too much of your energy is focused on balance, is focused on being in your body. And you have space for something else other than your thoughts to happen. This is grounding. Good job. Now slowly open your eyes and just notice your body. Notice how you're feeling. Can you feel your feet more? Maybe your knees? Can you feel the air on your skin more easily? Do you feel deeper in your body? Maybe you have a tingling in your body. And this is energy moving. It could feel like spasms. Maybe your legs were shaking a little bit. This is actually energy detoxing from the system. It's a good sign whenever there are spasms sometimes. That's whenever I know something's moving out. It can feel like shooting energy or just slight tingles, maybe in your hands. A lot of people experience that in their hands. It's just energy moving. You might feel heavier. Feeling heavier could be because you feel more weighted because you're more in your body. So when this happens and we're like, oh, this is too heavy, maybe I'm just really tired, shift your energy and consciousness to a higher place in your body. So remember that red ball. Focus all of your attention on the one that's in your heart. And that will help lighten the energy. Because every chakra stores stories and energy and experience. So maybe your base chakra has a lot to say, but right now is not a good time to hear it. So let's move up to the heart from a lighter space. And then consciously focus on the feeling of joy. And this can just be 5 seconds of what is a memory, what is a time where you just had the biggest smile on your face because you were so happy about what happened. You know, like maybe, I mean, stereotypically, but maybe it's like a puppy or just feeling the sun on your skin, something like that. And then feel and see the energy lighten. Energy follows thought, so the heaviness will lighten. And if you're feeling tired and sad, this is because when our body becomes more relaxed, our nervous system then can relax. And sometimes this can make us more tired and aware of the emotions that are just below the surface. This is good. That just means that if you're aware of them, they have more space to come out. So emotions and feelings are like compacted energy, right? The less we pay attention to them, the more we stuff them in a closet. Whenever we go there and we open that closet door, everything can fall out, right? And it's just a mess. And it's like, oh my God, what is this? Well, It's just an opportunity to say, oh, I didn't need this, and oh, I forgot I had this. Oh, great. To reorganize, to clear out some of the clutter, and to start over. It's great, but you have to have space for that. And the emotions have to have space to be able to be cleared. So making time to go into that closet and say, all right, what do we got here? What can I work with? What works for me? And what needs to be thrown out? You know, what needs to be thanked for its presence? But okay, I'm done with having this old baseball mitt. This new one works way better. Sorry. Yeah, there's more to go into with that, but more for later. So physical exercises to ground and stimulate your kidneys and adrenals. Sometimes we don't have time for meditation, or we don't have the focus, and getting in our body needs to be a more physical situation, technique. So the first one up on the right hand corner is squatting. You notice how she is way down. Some people's knees aren't able to do this, and that is totally fine. So you can bring your butt up way higher. It's just more so getting your root, getting your base chakra closer to the ground, and then spreading your hips so some of that tightness can release. And this is actually really good for your pelvic floor, strengthening it um, for your knees and for your hips and for urinary strengthening as well. Twisting. For twisting, the big thing is bringing the one leg, as you can see her left leg is angled, but it can also be straight. You want to make sure you angle that at least 1/8 of an inch forward so that you aren't putting as much pressure on your sacral chakra, and therefore you don't tweak your back. And you want a twist that goes all the way up your spine. So imagine you have a book on the top of your head and you are twisting everything, even your neck and your head, and also balancing a book on your head so that you can get the full benefits of a twist. Breath of fire. That's a fun one. You can sit, you can stand. You can stand with your arms straight out and your thumbs pointed up. And what you want is you want your diaphragm and you want your belly to go, well, you want your diaphragm to go up and down strongly, and you want your belly to go in and out strongly so that you are bringing in lots of energy and pushing out old energy. I'm sure you've hopefully seen this in yoga classes. It's just a good way to move your chi. And then the last one is heel tapping. So heel tapping you can do anywhere. You just stand and on the balls of your feet, you bring down your heels and hit them on the ground. It's a great exercise for stimulating your kidneys and adrenals, for repolarizing the cells in your system, for moving lymph, and for resetting the nervous system. It's a really great, simple exercise to try. Waterfall Qigong exercise. This one's cool. I really like this one, and we can do it together here. So stand up, that's the easiest way to do it. And put your hand in front of the top of your head, and it can be facing your body or it can just be flat, parallel with your body. And imagine your whole body is filled up with water or sand, and slowly bring your hand down in front of your face, and as you're moving it, it's like you're pushing the water level down and out of the bottom of your feet, and your head is emptying above your hand. It's all empty, and below the water is getting pushed out slowly. So just go in front of your face, feeling your head empty through your throat, through your chest. And notice like maybe your chest is a little bit tight. You're like, oh, this water's not moving here. It's cool. Just follow, energy follows thought. Have the intention of that whatever is blocking that water from releasing there and from emptying, just ask it to empty. Just allow it to empty. Maybe it just needs a little bit more time. And then keep going as you notice it's emptying out. Bringing it down along your solar plexus, your stomach, sacral chakra, around your belly button, below your belly button, to the pelvic floor, your base chakra, all the way down with your hips, your knees, and your feet. until all the water is drained fully out of your body and you feel empty. And what this is doing on a physical level is you're following your vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is an amazing nerve that's in the back of your head, starts there, and then goes all the way down through all the organs and to all the organs of the system. And there's many ways of clearing the vagus nerve, but you want to clear it because it carries all of our information of our nervous system. And our nervous system, well, it takes on a lot of information, and sometimes, just like if you overload a computer, it's not going to run very well. So we want to clear out the kinks, we want to clear out the information and kind of only work with what we really need. So if you ever have anxiety, you feel stuck in your head, or you feel like your heart's beating too fast, or there's too much going on in your world and you're kind of feeling all over the place, your vagus nerve is probably getting affected. So this is a great exercise to help move the energy out of the vagus nerve. Another awesome exercise is playing with our energy. Small energy in the body to large energy outside of the body is what we're going to do. So it's going to take about 5 minutes. So again, if you can sit, you can stand too, but it's a lot easier when you sit, in my opinion. And close your eyes. And you can focus on those balls again just to get yourself in the body, one in the middle of the head, in the middle of the chest, in the middle of the hips, and in the middle of the feet. And feel you inside of your body. Feel the walls of your body. Cool. Now feel you and your energy get bigger than your body. Feel the walls of the room you're in, or the space you're in. Ceiling, the floor, the walls, the windows. Now get a little bit bigger. Get outside of that room, as big as the building. As big as outside the building. Maybe there's trees out there, a road. Maybe go even further. Is there a stream by there? Is there another building? Keep going. Feeling you where you're at and feeling everything else around where you're at. Keep expanding, keep feeling until a point where you're like, oh, it doesn't feel comfortable anymore. I don't want to be any bigger. I'm getting a little bit too spread out. Good, and now start to bring your energy back in. Feel that space outside of the building. Feel maybe that stream or the trees or the grass or the road. Bring it in further to inside of the building, the different rooms, below and above, the other people and the other spaces maybe. Into the room, feel as big as the room. Come all the way back into your body so that you feel like you're in your skin and in your being. Great. And then just to level yourself out, make yourself as big as the room again. Feel if that feels comfortable. Then open your eyes. That was a really fast example of this exercise. You can really take your time with it. But do you notice how much bigger we are than our bodies? And how you could actually go into those different spaces while being in your body? What did you notice about these different sizes? Did you feel more comfortable just in your skin, or were you like, oh yeah, I love going this big? Or did you feel maybe kind of like, but I'm too big, there's too much going on, I feel like, where am I, right? So yeah, our energy can be as big or small as we would like it to be. We could literally be as big as the universe if we allowed ourselves to be. This exercise is great for learning about how large we can be and how much more empowered we can be. We're actually safer when we are larger. However, when we are larger, we touch more things, other people and other energies. Therefore, we need to stay grounded and keep rooted on the earth so we can keep naturally cleansing our systems as we touch and pick up other energies. What do I mean by this? Well, do you notice that whenever you go into a crowd, you might end up feeling like the crowd feels, or you might feel exhausted way more quickly? A lot of times it's because people's energy is actually touching other people's energy, kind of feeling them up. And it's exhausting because we're picking up all the information that's there, which is a lot, and then we're picking up the energy that's there. So you can say this in many ways, but I mean, people can call that empathic. It's a very common quality. The more sensitive you are, the more you can tap into other people's energy fields. And it's great for getting knowledge, and it's great for understanding, but it also makes us more susceptible to other people's fluctuations in energy, and it can also destabilize our immune system. So grounding is really important when we go out that far so that we can be in our body and we can have more of a defense system, a natural defense system. The more energy someplace has, the stronger it is, and therefore the less likely it is to get imbalanced. And it also allows us to clear out ions that are getting built up in different places that need to be cycled out. So if you notice whenever you're in your body more present, you're also probably breathing more easily and deeply, which is also moving out these ions and clearing out energy that doesn't balance you out. Another method for grounding is touching the bottom of your feet, like in this picture up at the top. That will clear out your kidney meridian. And putting your feet on the ground is super, super helpful. The earth is magnetic energy. It cycles and clears off ions. Get on the ground, take off your shoes, and just, excuse me, intentionally clear this energy. So, last exercise is smile to your heart. This is my favorite because it's really easy and it totally can change your vibration and energy very quickly. So, if you can close your eyes and put your fingers in the center of your chest, just like she is, and smile. Smile to your heart sweetly. And don't think about where your heart is, just know that you're smiling to it. And then feel this feeling of joy start to illuminate. You can imagine something there, like again, that beautiful moment of that puppy or baby or kid or sunlight or that victory goal, that feeling. And keep smiling and then allow that energy to expand. And as you're smiling and you're following that feeling, the emotions that are stuck in your solar plexus, a lot of us have a tight solar plexus stomach area, are able to have space to come up and clear through your heart and just move out. You don't even have to think about them. You don't even have to do anything. They're just going to move out on their own. It's pretty amazing. So, and this is a technique that allows those emotions and those stories to just have space to trickle out and to allow us to be lighter and more free. And you can practice this at any time. And another way of doing it is just imagining somebody smiling or laughing. Ideally it's you, but it could be somebody else, if that's not too weird. Laughing in your chest. Feel that smile in your chest, and it will make you feel happy. It's pretty amazing. So thank you. I hope this was helpful, and I hope that you're feeling grounded and present. Have a great day.